Hi there, buds. This is another PSA. I feel like I'm like becoming you guys' like stoner weedy parent who's like, be responsible with your cannabis. But legitimately, like, this is something that I have personally seen pop up in my timeline from people that I know that are cannabis influencers, and it is just like driving me crazy that this media is out there and that this message is out there, because this is not something that you guys should be doing. And let's just talk about it. Smoking and driving. I have legitimately seen people smoke weed while driving down the road on camera. Number one, that is so risky for you because that is illegal. You are legitimately showing yourself committing a crime on film. Like, I just really want you to think about that. And that's not like law grad Nick talking about this. This is like citizen Nick. This is like, you know, like you guys' buddy, fellow smoker. It's just not smart. Like, it's not smart. Like, people have gotten in trouble before for videos that they have posted online of themselves doing illegal acts in states, particularly if they can determine where you were when it happened. So don't do it. Like, don't smoke and drive. It's not a cute look. People won't think that you're cool for doing it. Like, it's just like not cool. Number two, we all know that cannabis can be intoxicating. It can make you high. Like, that's why a lot of us smoke weed. But like, legitimately, that does not mean that you can get behind the wheel of a car. It is legitimately still driving under the influence, and you cannot drive under the influence. And I understand that cannabis is different than alcohol. People can grow a tolerance. Some people can take a few hits, get behind the wheel, and they're probably exactly the same as if they were to have not taken any hits at all. I'm probably one of those people because I smoke weed all day, every day. I think that I could probably take a pipe hit and in 5 minutes get behind the wheel and drive my car. But that does not mean that that's the message that we need to be sending to everybody, because that's not okay. Like, it's not okay to sit there and get super stony, or if you're somebody who is not a regular smoker, to sit there and smoke and then get behind the wheel. It's just not okay. Save your smoking for when you're not going to be driving. I am blessed enough to live in a big city where you don't have to drive. Like, that's why I smoke all the time. I never drive, you guys, like ever. Since being in California, I've driven 2, maybe 3 times since entering this state. Like, that's no lie. Like, my car legitimately just sits in a parking space because I don't drive, because I'm always stoned. Like, you guys know that I'm always stoned. Like, I should not be behind the wheel of a car right now unless I'm like not stoned. And when I'm not stoned, then maybe I'll be driving around. But like, legitimately, I'm stoned pretty much all day, pretty much every day. And for the past, like, you know, few months. And so like, I take Ubers, I take Lyfts, I take public transportation, because I do live in a big city. I'm blessed to have these options, and I know that not all of you guys live in a big city where you do have these options. But then you just need to be responsible about when you smoke. You don't need to just smoke throughout the day. Maybe you need to save it for the end of the day once you get home and you got everything taken care of. Maybe like, whatever you need to do to not get behind the wheel stoned, you need to do, because it's like, it's dangerous. Like, it does affect your ability to drive, whether you think it does or not. Your reaction time is slower when you smoke weed. So like, don't smoke and drive. It's also like, we are trying to get cannabis legalized throughout this nation. We do not need people to act irresponsibly while using cannabis. It's not a reckless thing to use. Let's not make it something reckless. Like, we don't want to give the opposition any reason as to why to not legalize cannabis. And one of people's biggest opposition reasons is because people are legitimately getting behind the wheel, stoned to the bone, and like causing accidents. And like, I mean, like, I have seen news articles about this. Like, it's not like not a thing. Like, it has happened. People have had accidents because they were under the influence of cannabis. So like, just please be smart and don't smoke in your car. Don't smoke while driving. Also, like in the state of California, I know that it's like illegal to smoke in your car. I don't think that you can even smoke in your car, period. So like, don't even do that. Like, and you don't want to give cops any reason if you are pulled over for them to think that you were smoking or that you are under the influence. Like, do not give them any reason to give you a DUI. Like, just be smart. Be smart. And like, I just like, I don't trust police. Like, I'm a log rat and I can tell you guys right now, I don't trust cops. Don't put yourselves in a position where you are vulnerable to them. And by being in a car that smells like marijuana and that car was just in movement, you're in some deep shit. And like, just don't put yourself in that position. Do not smoke and drive. Just don't do it. I'm sorry that this is like another PSA ranty video. Actually, I'm not really that sorry. Like, I seriously feel like somebody needs to talk about these things and somebody needs to do videos about just like, you know, different things that are going on within the cannabis community that we see that maybe should not happen. Maybe it'll bring awareness to those people who post media like that to like maybe think about what they're posting and maybe to think about what they're doing, because it's not just about the post, it's about the action. Like, just think about what you're doing, be responsible when you use cannabis, and don't smoke and drive. Thank you guys so much for watching, and sorry for ranting at you guys, but I care. I genuinely care. I care about you guys as viewers. I care about the cannabis community as a whole, and I care about legalization, and I want cannabis to be something that is taken seriously. So we need to be responsible stoners. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys around for whatever stoning video or activity I have for next time. And subscribe, because you want to get notified, right? Subscribe. Hit the subscribe button down there. Bye, guys.